Morning, everybody.
Good morning.
We are back once again. 2 times a week here, you know, come on this channel. So we are still waiting for things to happen around here.
I know, waiting.
Wait. It's a waiting game, you know, like they say in the army, hurry up and wait. That's all right. So as you guys know, me and Roxanne, we don't like to sit around and do nothing.
And wait.
At least I don't. I can't stand just sitting around. Waiting. So we still have to have this whole area cleared. It was supposed to be done already. We were supposed to be working on our workshop already, but things happen.
Yeah,
That's what we can do about it.
Yeah, and I don't think it's looking like it's gonna happen this week. And if it did happen this week, it's gonna be later this week. So.
Yep, and that's okay because, you know, like we said, things happen, things break, they gotta fix them. It's not their fault.
Yeah.
No big deal.
Oh.
But so to use our time wisely, since we already have the small shed, right, the game room, Thunderdome, the thing we're missing on it is a deck.
Yes.
So we do have all this wonderful wood that we bought to build the deck. I have the posts, I have the treated lumber, I got the 2x4s, I got everything we need to do, cement, sauna tubes, everything. But we just haven't got started on it.
Well, we were gonna do the workshop first, so.
Yeah. So we decided that we're gonna go ahead and start working while we're waiting. We're gonna start working on this small deck and get that started. So even if they do come and clear the land and we can start working on the workshop, maybe this will be halfway done or completely done. You know, we've never built a deck before.
No.
I have been researching and watching videos and reading and everything I can possibly do under the sun because I know it's very important to make a deck durable, safe, right?
And long
Strong
lasting.
and long lasting. And we are going to do our best that we can do, guys. Like I said, we've never done it before. Some of these ways we go about building this might be some way unorthodox to maybe some of you professionals out there, but we're newbies. So
No, I think we'll be fine.
we were looking at some stuff this morning that we want to show you, so come check it out real quick. Come on. All right, so this morning me and Roxanne came out here and we have some string, we bought some flags, different things, if you guys can see down over here. And we started marking where the deck should go. But it's really hard over on that side of Thunderdome, right? Because it's so much steeper over here than here.
Oh, yeah.
So on this side, it's very easy to use a stake, a normal like 2-foot stake, and then put a string line across. But over on this side, it's a lot harder. So all we're trying to do is square up the deck building so we can know exactly where the footers are gonna go, right? So you have to square everything out, measure diagonally, make sure everything's the same distance and it's square, the building's square. And we're running into a problem over here because we can't get the stakes down enough and they're sticking out so high out of the ground, they're still wobbly.
Yeah.
And even if you tighten the string up and make it level, the wood moves around and we don't have large enough metal stakes to use over here. So it's kind of problematic for us to do that. But we came up with a different solution, I believe, and I've seen some people do this in different videos. Basically, we're gonna attach the ledger onto Thunderdome, right? Thunderdome. Thanks, Rooster. Right. We're gonna attach the ledger to Thunderdome. I'm gonna put some hangers on the outsides and make some support brackets that can hold the rim joists up pretty much. And then we're gonna square it out and then we'll spray paint it down on the ground where the footings should go. And as long as it's squared up that way, it's the same as using string. Just over here, I mean, this is almost 3.5 feet up off the ground.
Yeah, it's like a 2.5-foot difference between that side and this side.
Yep.
That's a pretty big difference.
That is difference. Big difference. So we're going to try it that way. We're going to get this ledger board put on, and then we're going to get going, because I want this deck built.
I want the deck, the workshop.
I want it all.
I want it all back.
We want all of it done.
In one day.
So I got pressure treated 2x6. That's 12-foot long pieces. Okay. And usually decks, you build them out of 2x8 and 4x6 posts or 6x6 posts, different things like that. So we did order yesterday a ton of 2x8 10-footers, right? Mm-hmm. That we have coming, but they weren't here yet. And that's gonna be used for the house, is 2x8s. And the girders and all that stuff is big post beams and different things. Mm-hmm. So with Thunderdome, this is literally only gonna be a 6-foot small, like standing deck.
Yeah, just a little deck to, come outside and when it's raining.
It's raining, stand outside, one chair. It's not gonna hold a lot of weight. And the rule of thumb that I've learned is whatever board you're using, let's say 2x4, for example, right? To calculate the length that board is able to sustain weight, and it depends on the board, right? How much weight. 2x4, 2 times 4 is 8, so 8 feet is all you can span that board safely, right? 2x6 is 12 feet. 2 times 6.
Yeah.
So we're literally half the distance of what that wood should be able to support. And plus we're going to be blocking this deck and all kinds of different things and having mid supports, I believe, just because.
Yeah, it's going to be, concrete into the ground.
Yeah, the footers.
Yeah.
4x4 posts are going to be built up and attached to the ledger and all that kind of stuff. It's going to be safe. I just want to let you guys know we are using 2x6 on the small deck and standard 2x8 on the house once that comes in. But we're not even thinking about the house right now. And I know everybody's like, man, get your house done, but we got other things to do.
Yeah, well, we're gonna get this deck done, and then hopefully can get the workshop done.
Yeah, and then we're ready to go. We're ready to rock and roll.
Yeah, and then good thing with that is at least we'll know the small deck's done.
Yeah.
And then the workshop would be done. So all we have to do is focus on the big shed deck, and that that might take us obviously a little bit longer than the small.
Yeah, I'm nervous about building this one because that's got to support a lot of weight. People going in and out of it all the time, refrigerators on it, laundry room.
The only one,
all kinds of things.
Yeah, I think, just personally, I think the bigger one's going to be easier. And the only reason why I think it's going to be easier is because it's more level.
It is level compared
to the small shed. I think that's kind of the only reason why it's going to suck, I guess, for lack of better terms or whatever, is because of it not being level. So this 4x4 post is going to have cut off of it.
Yeah, this post is not going to be as long as the one down there.
Yeah.
But it's going to be level and it's going to look good, especially when it's skirted and all that stuff, guys. It's going to look so good.
You won't even be able to tell that the ground goes like this.
No. And it's pretty good slope right here.
It's a very good slope.
Which is good because when Rooster was at first here, he asked if we wanted this completely flat. And I said, well, what do you think? And he said, I would leave it a good slope for the rain runoff to get it away from your guys' house. And I was like, you know what? Good thought, because I wouldn't have thought of that.
Yeah, yeah.
We're new here, right?
Yeah.
In a sense. 6 months. So, we do have some flashing. I wasn't sure if I was going to put flashing on it or not because it is going to have an awning.
And it's pre-treated wood.
And it's pre-treated, but to be safe, we did get some flashing. Now this is window, door, and panel flashing, but it's literally like pretty much the exact same thing. If it said deck flashing, it's the same thing. It's waterized, it's a sticky tape kind of thing. It's going to go down right here before the ledger, and then you put a little strip over the ledger after that. So if water does get down there, it's going to drip off.
Yeah, have somewhere to go.
Yeah, and it won't rot the house rim joist that's right there, and you don't want that. We want to build for stability, right? Mm-hmm. Durability and long lasting. So Roxanne has discovered new technology. She just had to dig it out. We've had it for a while, but look. A leaf blower.
We do have a leaf blower, and I do use it.
She's all, I should get rid of these leaves over here.
Yeah,
She's like, should I rake them? She's like, no, I'll leaf blow them.
I have a clean one.
Alright, so got the window deck flashing on, right? Like I said, it's the same stuff. We use the same stuff in our trailer for like seals and different things. It works good.
Yeah.
So this will, we're not done yet, but this, once you put the ledger board on, it'll protect water from getting in between the ledger and the house or the shed, right? So it doesn't rot that wood down there. We need to do one more thing of it after the ledger is on, just a little strip across. Wow.
That is raining leaves.
Raining leaves. To attach this ledger, we're gonna use these Deckmaster or Fastenmaster ledger locks. Let's see, kind of bright. Let's see if you guys can see this. These are 5-inch deck ledger fasteners. And these things are cool. A lot of people recommend these things. These are structural bolts, screws, all engineered and stuff for specifically for ledger boards. This bottom piece right here where this ledger board is going to go, it's not a 2x6 length, right? So this ledger is actually going to be sticking down past about this much, about a little bit, like an inch or so.
Yeah,
not too much, but I was concerned about that because I've never seen a ledger board attached where it's hanging down. So I did a lot of research, and there's almost no way to do it on these sheds the way you're supposed to. So as long as you get, which I have marked all up and down the wall, if you put that bottom W pattern bolt into one of the floor joists on these sheds,
on the house, yeah.
on the actual shed, which that's going to support the weight coming out, you know, of the floor moving. You just don't want a lot hanging down, which this won't be for a 2x6. And so I marked where all those floor joists are going that direction to make sure that one of these structural screws is put directly into that bottom floor joist, along with the rim joist of the shed. So these things too, guys, they do not require pre-drilling. Do not. You just right in.
Now we're gonna measure the board. Every 2 feet out, just to make sure we don't hit the ledger board screws with the floor joists when we put the hangers in there. So Anthony's measuring it all out. 2 feet.
Well, just so we know where the hangers are going to be.
Yeah. Yeah, these leaves, I'm just, real quick, I'm changing subjects fast, but man, they're crazy. Yeah.
You want to have these depending on the size of your deck. Since this one's so small, I can put these every 11 to 18 inches or so from what I've read. Okay, so I'm gonna do like every 16 inches or so, and just put a mark, a little X, just so it's it's all evenly spaced and everything's good to go.
Got the ledger board on. Looks nice.
Nice and sturdy.
It is very sturdy. I mean, you can't even pull that thing out of there. No way.
Nope.
So I think that's pretty safe there. Anthony mentioned putting flashing across here on top of the leisure board, but there's not enough on that roll, so hopefully we got a little bit more that we've been carrying around for months.
Yeah, I got that.
Yeah, that we can use for here, for the outside. But it already looks so much nicer.
Just with a board on the bottom?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I can see a deck on there, so. Front, I know this isn't like the prettiest right here on this side.
No, it's ugly.
But you're never gonna see it. And it's only to protect, on this one in the front, it's only to protect the top so it doesn't leak in behind there or leak into the front of it. So.
Yeah, plus, you know, guys, we're gonna have a roof awning over here, so make sure water can still get in there, and that's why we're doing this. But I don't see a lot of rainfall hitting here and coming down. I just don't. No, it does. So when it rains now, without the deck or the awning, from the roof of the house, it doesn't leak down the side of the shed. No. It actually comes out and pours that little overhang out. Yep. You know, so. Just being precautious. Yeah. You know, I don't want it to rot. No, I don't want it to rot either, and I don't want to rot my house out that in, you know, 15 years from now. I know that seems like, oh my God, it's a long time away, but possible. You know, what if we had to replace the shed, or I don't know, tear it up? So we're just trying to. I know this is unorthodox, but this is how we're gonna square it up. This isn't attached yet. This is because the string down there and that side is near impossible to make tight, like we said earlier. So this is how we're gonna do it. We're just attaching this, attach that, and then connect just the perimeter, non-permanent. It's just so we can square it up so we can mark where the post holes are gonna be. And I'm gonna cut some of these to hold it up level and all that stuff. So be good stuff, guys. Yeah. Okay, so we got the other side done, but look at how much of a clearance there is between this one and this one. It's level. It's level though. Here, I'll show you guys. You can see it when you're over here and you look straight down. See that? It's just a lot. It's just a really big slope, which we already knew. So I just wanted to let you guys know that it does look weird, but it's totally level and even. We got our whole entourage here today, guys. We got Jaina loafing over here. And look, Midnight. She's loafing right here. Another thing, because these are 10-foot boards. Yeah. Like we said, we're only doing 6-foot deck, so Anthony went ahead and just marked. So it's actually going to end right here, the deck. It's not going to go all the way out like that, so. All
right, guys, I think we have successfully, hopefully, squared it off. Made it nice. Looks a little weird.
Well, yeah.
And you can't tell in the camera how square it is, but we measured it, triple checked it, quadruple.
Measure from that corner to that corner, from that corner to this corner, and make sure they're the exact same, which they are now.
Yeah.
And we do know that the posts are going to go right here, right here. Kind of where that 2x4 is at is where the 4x4 post is going to be.
Yeah, up here though.
Yeah, it's going to be up here.
With the 6 foot mark.
6 foot mark. It's going to be like right here.
Yeah, on the outside.
So I'm just going to spray paint this whole area right here.
Yeah.
That's where it's going to need to be augured. Right there, and also, just in case, bought these little flags. I know this is redundant right here, but you know what? My luck, that paint would go away, and we wouldn't know where it's at.
Okay, so we've marked the 2 end 4x4 posts. Now we're gonna measure out, because we're gonna have 2 more come out for the roof. Come out. So Anthony's over here just measuring and figuring out where those 4x4 posts need to go.
They're gonna come out 8 feet from each corner, which is gonna leave 4 feet in between the stairs.
Okay.
You know, so the stairs are usually like 4 feet wide. So 8. It's gonna be 8 foot, and 4 foot stairs. So it shouldn't be too bad.
So we've been all over the map today. Like, we've tried several different ways to try to get the where the beams are gonna go. And I'm sure there is easier ways, and I think we found an easier way in the last go around. But it just took us some trial and error to get there. But that's part of the experience, right?
Yep, now everything's squared up.
Yep, so as you guys can tell, we've removed the outer walls that were there. And pretty much the same concept, except for now we have the string from this where the first post is gonna go all the way down to the other post, and then we marked these 2 for the middle supports. That was what we were struggling with. We couldn't figure out.
Well, the problem was that side's so high, so we wanted to make sure we were right along the house.
Yeah, it was kind of
and
screwing
level,
it up.
and it was really hard to do, and we didn't want to mess it up. And finally, we just grabbed the big level and put it out there and tried our best. And it's pretty lined up, and then squared this out again. Mm-hmm. And then measured 8 feet over, minus 5 inches on both sides, because that's where they're at. Mm-hmm. And now these 2 marks and the flags where I put them, they're exactly 4 feet apart.
Yeah. It was 0 point in me blowing the leaves off today.
Oh, yeah.
0 point. It was a waste of energy. It's all right. Can't even tell. I did blow it, though. But the leaves, the leaves are back.
Pretty sure we're gonna have to dig these bigger, babe.
Oh yeah. Well, our
sauna tubes ain't gonna fit in those.
No. But that's okay. We will. See.
It's gonna look so good.
It is. It's exciting. That's a big first step, huh?
Yeah.
It is getting late.
All right, we're gonna keep working tomorrow, guys.
Yes, we will.
We'll see you then. Good morning. We are back.
Yeah.
It's the next day. And the weather right now is not looking too good. I don't know if you can see these clouds. Look at how fast they're moving.
It's windy.
They are bolting. And yes, it's windy. It's actually supposed to rain this afternoon, so we just got 2 holes. ready. I'm gonna get going on these next two right here. And then we're gonna be having to dig them out with the post hole digger to make them a little wider for those sauna tubes to go in. And once those are in the ground, we can square them out again, get the concrete ready, and pour that concrete in there. Of course the battery died, but that's all right. So yeah, we're gonna get the concrete poured best we can today and get as much done as we can today before it starts raining on us.
Yeah, hopefully the weather will let us finish what we want to finish today.
I'd like to get these, just the concrete done, the J-bolts put in, you know, and that stuff.
I know. Sounds easy, but
yeah,
we'll see how the weather
it only
goes.
took us all day
to get to here.
to get to this.
It's all right.
Don't make fun of us too much, guys. Go easy on us in the comments, man. We're new.
Learning.
We just want it to be square and safe and not crooked. Anyway, let's get back to work.
We've got all the holes and all the sauna tubes in. We're gonna have to make a little bit of adjustments, I think, as we make sure they're level or straight, I should say, right?
Yeah, not level, straight.
Yeah, straight.
They'll be level, the tubes themselves. But...
yeah, but just making sure they're all in line with each other. But man, they look so nice just hanging out. I can see it now.
All right, move these back.
Yep, now we're good.
So basically, if you guys wondering, these 4x4 posts that are going to go all the way up, they're sitting right here. So we had to adjust the footer so where it's going to be is, you know, somewhat in the middle of the pier for these things. But we have to backfill them to make them sturdy and level and stuff.
Yeah.
And then these ones, you want the 4x4 posts, you know, right where this line's going to be at. So these will be adjusted to a little bit leveled out so it's right in the middle. I mean, as close as we can get to it.
Yeah.
Thinking that one out?
Yep.
Got those sauna tubes in the ground. They're all sticking up around the same amount, give or take half an inch or so. They're about 6 inches above the ground. sticking out, which is what we want for water flow and different things, you know. Plus it'll look cool. We're gonna skirt it anyway. You probably won't even see them.
Well, that and then the poles, right, or the posts. We're gonna cut those down to size anyways. Some of these are gonna be too long.
Oh yeah.
So
like, well,
really,
like this post closest to us right here, this one is gonna be shorter than that one because of the slope.
Yeah.
And I didn't want the piers sticking way up high, right, to make up for that effort, and just use the wood. But look, guys, it came out in all retrospect. I'm standing right in front of it. I mean, I don't know if you'll be able to tell from the camera, but they came out pretty straight. I'm very impressed with me and Roxanne for never doing this before.
Yeah.
We probably should have paid attention more in trigonometry and geometry, but
we probably would have forgotten about it anyway.
I know, I'm just saying. But we packed all the dirt around it, ready for the tubes. So all that dirt's packed around. I did go back and make sure they were level, which they are, which is so awesome. And now the scary part though is the concrete. Not that concrete's scary, but the way we are gonna attach the 4x4 posts is with these things right here. Okay, so we're gonna pour down the concrete, and then this J-bolt or L-bolt, whatever it's called, the post is gonna be like right here. Okay, 4x4 post. So we're gonna have to put this in the concrete and have the bolt sticking up a little tiny bit. And then when it's dried, this thing's gonna mount inside of it. Be like that. And we do have some wiggle room, you know, to move this thing back forward. So that's good. But what we're gonna do is basically just put it right in the middle of this 4x4 square. If you imagine a 4x4 square, put it right in the middle. And that's why, I mean, so the post, as you can see, it's gonna be sitting for the most part pretty much in the middle of the pier, which is what we want. I mean, a little bit off, but not by much.
It's close enough, or as George would say, for government work.
And these things are nice because they sit above the bolt and everything, so when water does get in there, it's gonna come out. So you're not gonna be sitting on water if water gets in there. But once these go in the concrete and they dry, that's it. Wherever they're at, that's where they're at. So if we're off by this much, I mean, I don't know what to do. The only thing we can do, I don't think that's gonna happen, I don't, guys. But just in case we're off on these bolts, they do make retrofits, all right, for posts. We looked that into as a backup plan, where basically it's two brackets that sit around the post, and then you bolt those brackets to the cement, wherever the post is at. I don't want to do it that way. I want to do it this way, strong way. But we're gonna try our best.
Yeah.
This one will just go right in the middle.
I think we'll be fine.
This one's just gonna go right in the middle like this, right up against, you know, we'll measure it out. That's where the J-bolt's gonna go. And then same thing with this one, like that. And then this one is like this, you know. So they're all pretty much right in the middle of the tubes, which is what we needed.
Getting ready to put the concrete in. Went ahead and brought over some water and a bucket and a drill and got a bag of concrete. We got more. Just grab one bag for now.
Yeah, just putting a small layer of rock from the bottom, very small layer.
Yeah, just a little.
We don't need a lot. For drainage, just in case or something, I don't know.
Concrete can dry on it better.
Look at this grass, guys. It's horrible.
I know, guys. Don't mind the messy grass. The wind today is really bad, so I'm not even going to attempt to do anything with it right now. Here we go. First bucket. Probably 20 more to go. I'm just kidding.
A lot more to go.
Yeah, it's all right. Hopefully we can get it done before it starts raining, but the sun comes out every so often, but the wind hasn't died. Pretty good for now until he gets more in there. Last bolt going in. So this way?
Well,
Or this way?
turn it the other way so we can actually. It's roughly like the middle is like right here. It's gonna be about right there.
Okay.
Roughly. Get in there. Are you too good for your home?
That's where you're staying forever.
Here, put the board up there.
Oh.
Let's just double check real quick. I mean, this is all eyeballing on this stuff, the bolts, guys, right?
Yeah, we got a little play.
Yeah, it's about the middle.
Okay.
Sweet. Footers are done. Came out really good, I think.
I think so too. It looks pretty straight.
Yep, all the bolts,
Line.
all the bolts are in. And now we just got to sit here and wait for them to dry.
Yeah. Another waiting game.
Yep, so we'll be waiting probably until tomorrow. They'll be dry enough, hopefully. Like I said, hopefully, we'll see. So then we can start working on the rest of the deck.
Yeah.
But we had to get this done first, right, obviously. But I don't think we did a bad job for never doing deck footers and stuff like that before.
Yeah.
You know. So that's all we got going on for the rest of the day, guys.
Yep, I think we're good for now.
Got some cleanup to do around here, and that's it. So I guess we will see you all in the next one. Bye.
Bye.